What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Real quick, thank you, thank you to everybody who watched my last video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave one of the little cards up at the bottom or top of the screen. Sorry, I'll put one of the little cards at the top of the screen where you can click on that and see that video. But thank you to everybody who saw that video. They liked the video, they subscribed to the channel shortly after that, and left a comment so that way their names can get thrown into the drawing. Real quick also with that, if you are one of those that subscribed to my channel back when I first started, please, if you want to get your name in the hat for the drawing for this Cyclone reel, please leave a comment with your name. I don't remember everybody, and unless your YouTube account, if you've got it set to private, I'm not able to go on there to actually check and see who's all subscribed to the channel. So again, for those who subscribed earlier, if you want to get your name in that drawing, please send me a comment and let me know. You know, just like everybody else, leave a comment with your name so that way I can get you added to get you in the drawing. But again, thank you to everybody who liked the video, subscribed. I saw that a few of y'all who had subscribed and liked the video, you left me a comment saying that you wanted a chance to try to win the reel. You also said that you were going to share that video. I greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate it. Within those few days that my channel went from about 38, somewhere around there, about 38 subscribers, up to about 48. Right now we're staggering around 48, 49. The deal was once we hit 100 is when I would do the drawing. So we're almost there. We're halfway there, but I still need your guys' support and help to make this happen. So, you know, before this video ends, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, so that way you get notified every time I do one of my videos. Like the videos, comment on them, and please share them. Like I said, leave the comment, put in the comment, leave your name so I can put your name in the drawing for the Creus reel. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just check it out, SixGillFishing.com. Click on reels and look at the Cyclone reel. You'll see what I'm giving away. Soon as we hit 100 subscribers, if you leave a comment with your name, I put your name into the hat. We're gonna do a drawing, and I will actually, you know what, give me a second and I will explain what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my actual phone, y'all. On my phone I have an app. That app right there, what that is an app called Spin the Wheel. This one right here that says giveaway, that first one, everybody who has left me a comment with their name, I have added your name to that wheel. Once we get to 100 subscribers, I will go on there, spin the wheel, whose ever name it lands on, it will, you know, that's who's gonna win. Here's the thing. Whenever I set this thing up, it actually doubled the names. So when I type your name on there, it actually puts your name on there twice. So if you leave a comment with your name, I put your name on there, you've actually got 2 chances for that thing to land on your name and win a brand new Creus reel from SixGill Fishing. I will leave a link in the description box below on SixGill. You know, I called them to make sure that I wasn't going to be violating any kind of rules or anything doing this giveaway on my channel. They told me that I wouldn't. They gave me the okay and said that was great. You go right ahead and do that. So I'm doing a Creus, or I'm sorry, I am so sorry, I said Creus. I just realized that. Cyclone. It's the Cyclone reel. Okay? Cyclone. Not the Creus, the Cyclone. So go to SixGillFishing.com. Look at the Cyclone reels and you'll see which reel it is that I'm doing the giveaway on. Like I said, I've already got the blessing from the guys over at SixGill that I can do this. So it's to help promote their stuff. I've been using their stuff for about two and a half, maybe 3 years now, and I've been on their pro staff for about 2 years. Junior Pro staff, that is. So this is a way for me to help promote their stuff. Also is to help promote my channel. Anytime you've watched any of my channels, all the rod and reels that I've been using is SixGill. I have gotten rid of all of my other rod and reels that I used to own. I've either given them away to family members, or SixGill was doing a trade-in program, which, guys, if anybody at SixGill is watching this, I might need y'all to do some more of those giveaways, because I've got a couple of old rods sitting around that I need to get out of my house. So if y'all are going to do another one of those trade-in programs, please do it pretty soon so I can get rid of some of those and get some new rod and reels in. But anyways, let's get to what this today's show is going to be about. I've had a few people that told me they liked the videos I did on my swim bait setup and my Texas rig setup. So today we're doing another my setup. This one is my Swimjig Chatterbait setup. First things first, this is the SixGill Saga rod. This is a 7-foot medium heavy power. I've got this paired up with their I want to say this is the first generation. This is one of the first reels that I owned, but this is one of the first generation Cyclone reels. It's in a 7-to-1 gear ratio. If you look on their website now and look at the Cyclone, that is their new released Cyclone that they've revamped. So the handle is different, the tension, or not tension, but your magnetic brake knob over here is different. The reel just has a different scheme look to it, so the new ones look awesome. But yeah, this is their Cyclone 7.0 gear to 1 ratio. Right now I've got this paired up or spooled up with 12-pound K9 Fluoro. That is a fishing line that came in last month's Monsterbass box. I will also leave my link for Monsterbass in the description box below. When you go there, click on my link, and in the promo code box, if you throw in there save 15, save $15 off of your first subscription box whenever you sign up for Monsterbass. So make sure you guys jump down and click on that link there. Don't forget, save 15, get you $15 off. But the line that I have on here is 12-pound K9 Fluoro. Fishing line is the name of the company, K9 Fluoro. And oh my goodness, I'm sorry about the beeping. My phone is linked to my watch and I'm getting text messages. But I've got 12-pound fishing line on here. Right now, this is the Lunker Hunt Chatterbait. I used to have a Swimjig on here, and my favorite Swimjig, I lost it fishing. Probably my fault. I didn't check my string. I didn't check my line. I probably should have retied, but I didn't, and either I got hung on something or I had a fish bite, and when I went to set the hook, it just snapped off of there. But right now I have a Lunker Hunt Chatterbait on here. This is one of my Lunker Hunts that I got also in my Monsterbass box, that I've got paired up with a black and blue Christy Craw, a young Christy Craw. But this setup here, like I said, it's a medium heavy, so it's got a nice tip on the end. Well, I can't really show you because my camera angle, but it's got a nice tip on here, nice fast tip. So it's real good at casting. 7 foot, I'm standing about 5'11", 6 foot. So for a 7-foot rod, I'm able to get low and either skip this chatterbait, or if I had a Swimjig on here, I'm able to skip this up under docks, or if you're fishing near some near the bank and there's a tree right there and you've got a limb hanging over that water, I can skip my baits up under that limb and get to those fish that you probably couldn't get to if you were just flipping or casting right there in front of that cover. This rod, actually, the Swimjig that I used to have that I lost, fishing at Lake Norrell, this was the setup. This was the rod and reel that caught me my first bass fishing on Lake Norrell. Any other time I went there, I never could catch anything, and I was just throwing this Swimjig around. Caught my first bass there. If you jump over to my FishBrain account, you can download FishBrain for your phone or any mobile device. My page on there is Creed2583. I've got a couple fishes on there that are not bass, but I caught those also using this Swimjig with this very setup right here. I mean, it's very simple. It's got a magnetic braking system, so basically it's just turning this knob to get your brakes dialed in. The way I always set all of my reels, the way I adjust all of those is I basically, here, I know you guys cannot see this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, when you spool up, when you first get your line spooled up on your reel, what I'd like to do is, oh, this thing won't even really move, it's already pretty tight. But I will tighten my tension knob right here. I tighten that all the way down, super tight. Reel your lure up to the tip of your rod, and then push the button to disengage your reel. And then what I like to do is take that tension knob and just start backing it off. Just keep backing it off until the weight of the lure pulls down. Once the weight of the lure starts to pull it down, what you want to do is watch it to see when it hits the ground. Okay, hang on guys, because that's okay. Now, I know y'all can't see it, but I can hear it when the lure hit. Okay, it just hit the ground, and then my spool stopped spinning. If you're just now starting out with a bait caster, that's about where you want it. The ground, the water, whatever. When your lure hits the ground or hits the water, you want your lure to stop right there. That's gonna, if it's not running over, that's gonna keep you from getting backlashes. Now, say again, I just dropped it again, and as soon as it hit the ground, the spool stopped. That is a good spot to have it. That way you don't get a lot of backlashes. Now, as you get more comfortable throwing bait casters, you can back it off just a little bit more to get you more distance. However, if you forget to use your thumb, see right there, I had to stop it, but even you can see I still got a little bit of a backlash going. So you have to remember that, use your thumb to stop your lure and slow it down. But that's basically how I adjust, that's how I adjust all of my reels. And that all basically depends on how much weight you have on your setup. If you have a very, very light lure, your bait casters aren't going to do you any good, because the weight of that lure is not strong enough to pull that string off of this spool. You've got to make this spool turn, and if you have a light lure, it's not going to turn, and you're just going to be frustrated. Okay, so make sure you have something with enough weight. I think this lure is about a 3/8 ounce maybe. And also, check on your rod. It has specs on there to tell you what that rod is rated for the size of your lures. Just make sure you're falling within that. It's basically your guidelines, so make sure you're falling within those guidelines and you should be okay. But just make sure whenever you set your reel, your brakes are set, so that way the magnetic brakes is to help towards the end of your cast. So if you're starting to get a backlash at the beginning, it's probably because your tension knob is too loose. You might want to tighten that up. If you're getting a backlash when your lure is hitting the water, you either need to increase your magnetic brakes or you need to work on your thumb control. There are some reels that have the double braking system. I have a few of them, and the centrifugal brake is to help with the beginning of your cast, and then the magnetic brakes help towards the end of the cast. But again, that's going to depend on your level of fishing with bait casters. As you get better, you can loosen up your brakes. But I mean, why what am I trying to say? Basically, why would you want to bite the hand that feeds you? You know, if the brakes are going to help you to make good, consistent cast, why would you want to remove those brakes and now give yourself the headaches of dealing with backlashes all the time, and now you're spending more of your fishing time picking out backlash? So use the brakes. You know, even though you're good at casting with a bait caster, you still want to use those brakes. But this is basically my, like I said, my Swimjig and Chatterbait setup. Now, if I tied on a different Swimjig on here or a different size Chatterbait, then I'd have to go through here and do the adjustments with my tension knob and stuff like I just described. But for the most part, you know, they're all about the same in weight, so I don't really have to change much. But this is my Swimjig Chatterbait setup. Like I said, as far as with the Swimjig, I've caught quite a few on the Swimjigs. The one that I used to have, the company is called Screwy Louie Lures, and it was one of their Swimjigs. It was in the color Sexy Shad. Like, I could tie that one on, and I'm not gonna say guaranteed, but I could almost pretty much bet that I was gonna catch something on that Swimjig. But you know, Swimjigs, Chatterbaits, whatever, they're kind of fast moving baits for me. The only difference is, you know, Swimjigs and Chatterbaits are basically the same thing, only a Chatterbait, or as some people call them in certain places, bladed jigs, bladed Swimjigs, whatever. They're all Swimjigs. It's just Chatterbaits or the bladed jigs have that blade on the front to put off a little bit more vibration. But like I said, with this rod setup right here, I can skip under docks, I can skip under tree limbs, you know, and then also I can loosen this stuff up and make flips and pitches to little spots. How I like to fish Chatterbaits and Swimjigs, for the most part, for my Swimjigs, I've got some kind of a boot tail swim bait trailer. I just like to cast it out and slowly wind it in. If I'm trying to keep it up kind of high, I'll hold the rod tip up. If I'm trying to keep it down, I don't want it to start busting the top of the water, I'll usually hold my rod tip, you know, kind of down. And I know most people are probably saying, but if your rod is down, and they're gonna mess up your hook sets. Not really, because most of the time when I've got it down and I either see the tip of my pole bend because a fish has hit it, or once you feel that pressure of the fish on there, I usually just pull back to the side. I rarely come up with a hook set fishing with this. It's usually I'm just slow winding it, and once I feel that fish on there, I just pull to the side and then I start reeling in. So I mean, it's not a really big hook set because your bait is already moving. So when the fish hit, the fish is gonna be in that quick attack mode. So if you know, kind of imagine like the fish is coming, he gets your bait, he's gonna be trying to get it and turn immediately. So all you really got to do is pull into him, and it's almost like he hooks himself. So it's not a big hook set, but I get a lot of hook penetration with that kind of hook set, fishing the Swimjigs. So if it ain't broke, I'm not gonna try to fix it. It works for me. But that's really about all I've got. Like I said, play around. This is 12-pound line, but you can play around with the different line sizes that you want. Of course, the different line size is going to determine if your lure's getting down deep or if you're staying up high. Right now, 12 pounds has been working for me, so I'm just going to stick with 12 pounds until I find a reason to change to something else. But that's it. That's all I got for my Chatterbait Swimjig setup. Again, I will leave the card up at the top with my last video where me and my cousin was out fishing when I first did the announcement for the giveaway. So I'll leave that one, you know, somewhere at the top so you guys can click on that to watch that video. I will also leave the link down below for the SixGillFishing.com as well as Monsterbass. That way you can get you a monthly subscription of some of the coolest baits they got out there. I'll leave my link down there for you. Remember, if you put in the promo code SAVE15, save $15 on your first subscription box. And guys, that's all I got. That was my setup, quick and easy. It works for me. So till the next time, guys, y'all be safe out there on the water, have fun fishing, and see you guys in the great outdoors.